Cyborg, we back. Yo, I told y'all, as predicted, Eddie Hearn is dead ass wrong. Madrimov was supposed to go in there, according to Eddie Hearn, and put the works on Crawford. Everybody with some sense knew that shit wasn't gonna happen, except for Eddie Hearn. Okay? Like I said, the dude is a promoter. He's one of the top promoters in the business. And part of the reason is he be running his mouth and he be doing what sounds right in the name of his fighters. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Said it before, ain't nothing wrong with that. Your job is to promote the fight, promote your fighter, talk about him like you believe in him. But I know underneath all that shit, Eddie Hearn can't possibly be believing all the bullshit he know, because the only way to, all the bullshit he be saying, because the only way to really feel that way is to not know shit about the opponent that your fighter is going up against. I mean, think about it. You got two or three guys on your squad. You know which one of them motherfuckers is the baddest dude. And you know that because you've seen what each one can do. I mean, everybody knows how Crawford get down. Everybody knows how Madrimov get down. Okay? But you got more proof from Crawford because you got more time in from Crawford as a professional. You know what I mean? The dude, he's going into this fight, you know what I mean? Like, he's got like 4 times the amount of professional fights as Madrimov. So he's been in the ring with a lot more different looks, you know what I mean? So Madrimov, what he presented in this fight was definitely something from the way Bud had to work his way through this fight. It was definitely a proposition that Bud hasn't really seen before, or at least not to that degree. This dude did something I found that I really not seen too many fighters do. And in fact, I can't really recall any fighter that's done it so excessively as him, which is to throw feints. I mean, feints are necessary when you're dealing with a dude like Crawford, because you can't always be committing on your punches. He's gonna light you up on your way in. He's gonna get you backing out, the whole nine, right? But at the same time, if you're gonna win a fight, you gotta throw some fucking hands. You can't just be sitting there pretending like you about to hit the dude so that he don't catch you off guard. You gotta at least catch him off guard. And you ain't gonna do that with feints, because feint is this is like fucking shadow boxing. You're not really hitting the guy. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to win the fight, to score points. But the fight was like, you know, goddamn, thank God Crawford is who Crawford is, because if you listen to the commentators, a lot of times the commentators be telling you exactly what the judges might do with the fight if it goes the distance, right? They be telling on themselves. These motherfuckers are corrupt as fuck. They don't know shit about boxing. They don't care about boxing. They care about their fucking feelings, yo. It's like the commentators for this particular event, you know, out of everybody on the panel, basically, Sean Porter was the only person there with a fucking brain and with eyes watching the real fight, or that was actually taking the time to call it like it is. He had Bud winning by a landslide. And if you watch the fight, how the fuck can Madrimov advance in terms of winning rounds if he's not punching? I mean, this dude, when he would punch, he was actually pretty successful, especially with the right hand. He was splitting the guard pretty, I won't say necessarily easy, because he did get a lot of them blocked, but he had a good amount of success with that particular shot, right? But the motherfucker spent 90% of his time pretending that he was going to throw a punch, not actually throwing the punch. So how the fuck you going to give a guy credit for pretending to do something when the other guy's actually hitting this motherfucker the whole time? So Bud had him by landslide, but the commentators were talking like this was a fucking dramatically close fight. Man, look, the optics, if you don't know what you're looking at, I can see a layman's fan, but not a professional commentator, somebody who grew up and makes a living on and around boxing, yo. Like, these fucking commentators, man, again, with the exception of Sean Porter, because Sean was calling it the way people with eyes was seeing this fucking fight. One guy was getting beat up, and one guy was basically just trying not to get knocked out and not get lit up. So he wasn't committing to nothing. This motherfucker was scared to go in there and do his fucking job. So he must have been content with the idea, just, you know what, I'm gonna give Bud some work that he ain't seen before. Something like all this fainting and me not committing and me not losing focus on my footwork and all the little in-between shit. But I'm just not going to get caught out there, and I'm not going to take any risks to get caught out there either. So if Bud wanted to knock me out, this motherfucker going to have to make me fight. It was just basically kind of that shit. You know what I mean? Because Madrimov, he was getting hit with combinations for a long time, you know, and he was just simply getting that one good right hand off, you know, here and there, and he was satisfied with that shit. So it's not that he couldn't have given Bud a more serious problem when you really look at how the fight was playing out, but the motherfucker just didn't commit to doing a better job. I mean, he was so busy protecting that he was taking no risks. He really wasted his time just fainting all fucking night. And really as I said in a previous video, if Madrimov's gonna have any chance, he got to rough Bud up, man. You can't take these fucking, high level counter punchers, these fast hands type of motherfuckers like Bud Crawford with like the fucking, intestinal fortitude of a fucking lion. These motherfuckers, you gotta rough them up to break them down. These motherfuckers ain't gonna give you the fight. They ain't gonna help you out. They ain't gonna feel sorry for you. They ain't gonna give a fuck about what the fans think, and the fans booing because it look boring that they ain't knocking you out. If they outpointing you and they outscoring you and they outworking your ass, motherfucker, you losing the fight. And guess what? If the judges and everybody else is fair, they gonna call it for what it is. You lost the motherfucking fight because the other dude outdid you. Simple as that. But getting back to Eddie motherfucking Hearn, this motherfucker claimed it was gonna be a shit show for Crawford to deal with. Like he wasn't gonna be able to know what to do. Man, I tell you what, if Madrimov decided to actually throw hands, you would have seen Madrimov pay the price. Because he paid the price every time he did let loose, right? What he did was basically keep his fucking brain intact by not doing shit. All he did was some up and down shit, like pretending he's gonna do a fucking backflip or some shit. This motherfucker was not throwing. He was just not throwing. You cannot win a fight with a guy who's punching you if you're not punching him. Simple as that. But again, the commentators, they're talking shit like this motherfucker was like neck and neck with Bud. I'm like, bro, what fucking fight are you watching? What fucking fight are you watching? This motherfucker getting his ass beat. Just because he ain't knocked out and just because Crawford ain't making this motherfucker cry, don't mean he ain't beating his ass. He whooping this motherfucker ass. If y'all motherfuckers understand how boxing works, it's the motherfucker that's laying the most hands that's doing the most work. Shit. Because Madrimov wasn't hitting Bud with no crushing, he wasn't coming out there with no lion's paw, like on some fucking, Anthony Joshua shit, hitting you and then fuck how many times you already hit this motherfucker. Once this motherfucker hit you with one of them bombs, you probably just gonna go down. Some Deontay Wilder shit. Some Canelo if he got you late, nice and softened up by the 9th round. Like that kind of power. Madrimov wasn't exerting that kind of power, So this dude was losing the fight pretty easily as far as myself and other sane people can tell. But Eddie Hearn got the fucking audacity to bitch and moan about the judges. Motherfucker, everybody was doing you a favor by even at least the commentators. The commentators was, man, they was on Eddie Hearn's side all the way, man. These motherfuckers was talking about, I like Madrimov, I got him winning. And Sean Porter was like, man, what the fuck y'all talking about? Like, this motherfucker down by like 8 rounds. Fuck are y'all talking about? And all this hope ain't gonna, cut a check at the bank. This motherfucker, he ain't gonna win based off y'all good feelings about it. These are real hits he's taking up in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? But Eddie Hearn, his complaining ass, he gonna come out and do an interview after the fight talking about, there was no way he could possibly win because Crawford, he's basically being treated like the hometown dude and he's getting a hometown scoring. And, if it had been, 115 to 114, I can understand. But if it's 115 to 112, I don't like that. And motherfucker, your dude lost. He lost unanimously, according to everybody, including himself, if he's telling the truth. And according to your lying ass. Motherfucker, he got his ass beat. Come on, you'd make a real scene if the guy got robbed and you felt some type of way. But Eddie Hearn, he just I think he's creating room to, sow a little bit of doubt for people to go, you know what? I kind of, because there's a lot of people that, believe it or not, they don't like Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? For whatever number of reasons, they don't like him. So they want to see the guy lose. You know what I mean? Every time there's a dude on top, somebody want to see him lose. If Canelo's running shit too long, somebody will come out hating on Canelo. If Crawford's doing it, somebody gonna come out hating on him. When Mayweather was running shit, they couldn't wait to see this motherfucker lose. You know what I mean? Like Lomachenko, when he was running shit, there's a lot of people who don't want to see Lomachenko win shit. You know what I mean? Devin Haney, same shit. Look, Haney just took an L with Garcia. Well, Garcia's getting, popped for using all that extra juice. You know what I mean? But people will celebrate this shit not because they give a fuck about Garcia. They really want to see Haney lose to somebody. They just want this motherfucker dethroned. And Bud is that dude. You know what I mean? Bud right now is the dude that's calling all the shots. Or at least should be, because, you know what I mean, he's at the top of the top, you know what I mean? But Eddie Hearn, man, I told you this motherfucker will get it wrong. I told you get it wrong because it's simple mathematics, man. You can't take the top guy and dethrone him just because your guy is like good at 4 or 5 different things, okay? When you don't lay hands on top of being good about all that other footwork and all that shit, you just subjecting yourself to a very high probability of losing. Simple as that. And that's what Madrimov did. He exhibited one of the most disciplined ways of losing a fucking fight. That's all this motherfucker did. He didn't hurt Crawford. He didn't do as much work as he could have done. All he did was show you, hey, if you fight me in the future, watch out for my footwork and watch out for these feints, because I can keep this shit up for 12 rounds. I may not throw a fucking punch here and there, but I'll be fainting like a motherfucker. Damn near somebody needed to hand this motherfucker ice in a towel just to bring him back to resuscitate this motherfucker, because all he's been doing all night is fainting. Motherfucker's like a damn a fucking anemia case up in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? But anyway, told y'all Eddie Hearn would get it wrong. I would get it right. And goddamn it, that's what happened. Check with y'all next time. Peace.